sana.
Asante
Sana
sana.
means a lot. So, asante sana is just like saying, thank you very much. In the last lesson, we talked about the informal and formal ways of speaking sorry, but asante will work in both situations, so there's no need to worry. So how do you reply to thank you in Swahili? It's easy. There are two ways of doing it. The main way is to say karibu.
Karibu.
This means you're welcome.
Karibu.
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 Literally, this phrase means welcome. The other way to say you're welcome is the expression kamwe.
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 Literally, this phrase means not at all or never mind. You use this when you think that there's no need to be thanked. So it's like saying, don't mention it. So when someone says asante to you, you can simply reply with karibu or
Karibu.
kamwe. Now, it's time for Medina's insights. If you're not sure about whether to use asante or asante sana, keeping it simple is always the safest bet. You don't have to worry about formal or informal situations. Asante can be used with just about anyone, anywhere, and at any time. In the last lesson, we learned how to thank people by saying asante. In this lesson, we learned some of the most common greetings used in Kenya. Uko tayari? Are you ready? Tuanze. So let's get started. The most commonly used informal greeting is habari. Habari. Habari means hi or hello. We use it when we meet people. We can use this greeting with friends or relatives, but also with people we don't. We used this phrase in lesson 1. Do you remember? And do you remember what the formal way of greeting people is? Shikamo.
Shikamo.
Shikamo. Do you also
Shikamo.
remember that habari can be used both in formal and casual settings?
Habari.
During the evening, we say, habari ya jioni.
Habari ya Johnny.
Habari ya jioni.
Habari ya Johnny.
Jioni is Swahili for evening. So,
Evening.
habari ya jioni means good evening.
Good evening. Habari ya Johnny.
And habari ya jioni are used when we meet someone, but when we leave, we don't say these greetings again. Instead, when leaving in both formal and informal situations, Kenyan people say kwaheri.
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 Kwaheri means goodbye. Finally, in Swahili, we have an expression meaning see you soon that
See
can
you
be
soon.
considered both formal and informal. Tuonane tena.
Tunanani tena.
Tena. Now you can greet people in many different ways in Swahili. Let's review them all again. When greeting someone in an informal way, remember to say habari.
Habari.
When greeting someone in a formal situation, you say shikamo.
Shikamo.
When living in either a formal or informal situation, say tuonane tena.
Tunanani
It's easy,
tena.
isn't it? Now, it's time for Medina's insights. In formal situations, Kenyans
I'm learning
commonly greet
Swahili.
each other by shaking hands. But if we meet someone we are very friendly with, we hug each other. Don't be afraid to do it with your Kenyan
It's time that I
friends.
learn another language.
In the last
I'm married to a Kenyan. I need to learn Swahili.
Of greetings in Swahili.
So can't nobody know what
You
we talking about.
habari as an informal way of greeting someone, and shikamo, the formal version. In this lesson,
What y'all got
you're going
going?
to learn a very useful phrase. Do you speak English? If you find yourself in a situation where you need assistance in English, this phrase can be a lifesaver. And because you're asking it in Swahili, you can be sure that everyone will understand what you're saying, even if their answer is no. Here's the informal way to say it. Unaongea Kiingereza?
Unagea Kiingereza.
Unaongea Kiingereza?
Unagea Kiingereza.
In Swahili, we sometimes use a one-word phrase that combines the subject and its verb. Unaongea is a good example.
Unagea.
Breaking this phrase down further, we have
Ooh.
which is a pronoun for the subject. Na shows the subject's potential of doing an action. It makes the statement affirmative. Ongea is the verb for speak.
Ongea.
Together, we have unaongea, which literally means
unaongea.
to speak. Saying it with a higher intonation makes it a question. So, unaongea means, do you speak?
Unagea.
Adding Kiingereza the word for English.
Lakini-
We make it unaongea Kiingereza.
Unaongea
This means, do you speak
Kiingereza.
English? All together we have unaongea Kiingereza. Unaongea
Unaongea
Kiingereza. To learn
Kiingereza.
how to properly construct one-word sentences, check out our obsolete beginner series at swahilipod101.com. There, you'll find several detailed grammar lessons. We are now going to make this sentence formal. It isn't hard. First, add the word J at the beginning of the sentence. J is a word that prompts a question. The sentence, unaongea, will change to J, unaweza ongea. Note the extra word weza, which means able. J, unaweza ongea, therefore means, are you able to? Let's look at the full sentence. J, unaweza ongea Kiingereza? Do you speak English? J, unaweza ongea Kiingereza? Adding samahani, which means excuse me, makes the sentence even more polite. Samahani.
Samahani.
Unaweza ongea Kiingereza?
Unakiingereza
The
Kiingereza.
responses you'll receive could be one of these three. Ndio. Yes.
Ndio.
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 Kidogo. A
Kidogo.
little. Kidogo.
Kidogo.
La, siongei Kiingereza.
La single
No,
singer.
I don't speak English.
La single singer.
Siongei Kiingereza.
La single gay Kiingereza.
Since la siongei Kiingereza is a negative statement, we need to say la first,
La.
followed by si before the verb,
Si.
and an e at the end of the verb. Also note that the verb ongei is slightly different from ongei. This is because negating in Swahili depends on the pronoun and the tense. In this example, the first person prefix si is used before the verb, and the suffix e is used at the end of the verb. As you can see, negation in Swahili follows a particular pattern. Some negations, though, require the word no, but we will talk about this in a later lesson. Now, it's time for Medina's insights. For those of you who speak languages other than English, this question still works. Just substitute Kiingereza with a different language.
Kiingereza.
Italia.
Italia.
Kirusi.
Kirusi.
Russian. Hispania.
Hispania.
And Kijerumani is German.
Acute Jumani.
We mentioned the expression samahani.
Acute
But did you know
Jumani.
that this can also be used as an apology? We'll be learning this in the
Jumani.
next lesson, as well as other ways to apologize in Swahili. It's never too late to show your good manners to Kenyans. So, I'll see you in our next Swahili kwa dakika tatu. See you next time.
Want to get cheat sheets, audiobooks, lessons?
I'm learning Swahili. Shout out to
For free? Just click the link in the description to get your free
the
language
motherland,
for the
Kenya.
month.
My wife is Kenya. I gotta learn Swahili, man.
Hamjamoni, mimi ni Medina. Hi everybody, I'm Medina. Welcome to SwahiliPod101.com, Kiswahili kwa dakika tatu, the fastest, easiest, and most fun way to learn Swahili. In the last lesson, we learned the phrase, unaweza ongea Kiingereza?
Unakiingereza
We also mentioned the word
Kiingereza.
samahani, which means excuse me in Swahili. In this lesson, we are going to learn how to use samahani and other words when apologizing in Swahili.
Mahani.
We should use samahani in formal situations,
Samahani.
such as when we are ordering something in bars or restaurants. For example, samahani, naweza agiza kikombe cha kahawa? Excuse me, will I order a cup of
Samahani
coffee?
naweza
We can also use
kuingiza
it as
kingonomi
For
sha
example,
kahawai.
samahani, Mombasa iko wapi?
Samahani
Excuse me,
Mombasa kina
where is
wapi?
Mombasa?
Where's Mombasa?
Sometimes, you also hear people say just samahani.
Samahani.
It can also be used to draw someone's attention. Samahani. Samahani
Samahani.
can be used in formal and informal situations. We can use samahani when asking a question or when apologizing. All of these phrases can be used for either excuse me or I am sorry. But if you really want to apologize for something, it might be better to use a different phrase. That phrase is niwie radhi.
Nui Radi.
And can be used in both formal and informal situations.
Nui Radi.
Niwie radhi.
Nui Radi.
First, we have the Swahili word niwie, which means consideration. Then radhi, meaning pardon.
Nui
Then
Radi.
literally means consider a pardon.
Consider a
But you
pardon.
can think of it like, pardon me.
Pardon me.
Niwie radhi.
Nui Radi.
Niwie radhi.
Nui Radi.
Now, it's time for Medina's insight. Please remember when you're in Kenya, If you accidentally bump into someone, it's more common to say samahani than mirali. This
Samahani.
will be all about numbering.
Samahani.
That's right. That means numbers. First, we'll learn the numbers from 1 to 10. They're not difficult at all. And this lesson will only take 3 minutes. Kwa dakika tatu tu. Are you ready? Let's start. Moja.
Moja.
Moja. Mbili.
Billy.
Mbili. Tatu.
Tatu.
Tatu. Nne.
Nne.
Nne. Tano.
Tano.
Tano. Sita.
Sita.
Sita. Saba.
Saba.
Saba. Nane.
Nane.
Nane. Tisa.
Tisa.
Tisa. Kumi.
Kumi.
Kumi. Okay, now repeat after me. I'll say the numbers and give you time to repeat each one. Moja.
Moja.
Mbili.
Billy.
Tatu.
Tatu.
Nne.
Nune.
Tano.
Tano.
Sita.
Sita.
Saba.
Saba.
Nane.
Nane.
Tisa.
Tisa.
Kumi.
Kumi.
Great job. If you're wondering what comes before
Moja.
moja, namely
Billy.
zero, it's
Tatu.
sifuri in Swahili.
Nune. Tano.
Sifuri.
Sita.
It's quite easy.
Saba.
Right?
Nane. Tasa.
Now, there's no need to
And
practice. You can
what's the last one?
ask for yourself.
Billy.
now. Let's practice how you say it. We'll use the phrase nambari yangu ni.
Number
Which
one.
means my number is.
Numberari.
Nambari yangu ni.
Number.
Sufuri.
Numberari Yanguni.
Mbili.
Safari Sababi.
Nne.
Sababe.
Nane.
Bile Tatu
Saba.
Nine. Nane.
Tisa.
Saba Tisa. Sita.
Tano.
Tano.
Can you read it by yourself?
Surfri. Sufuri. Saba.
Sufuri.
Saba.
Saba.
Billy.
Mbili.
Tatu.
Tatu.
Nini.
Nne.
Nani.
Nane.
Saba.
Saba.
Tisa.
Tisa.
Sita.
Sita.
Tano.
Tano. Perfect. Now, it's time for Medina's insights. Kenyans consistently pronounce these numbers as they appear, so it's easy to master them. These numbers are used to name other bigger numbers, so this saves you the energy of having to start again. Keep at it, because the advantages of mastering these first 10 numbers will become clear as we continue our lessons. In the last lesson, we learned the numbers 1 to 10. Do you still remember? Let's go through them once more. Moja.
Moja.
Mbili.
Billy.
Tatu.
Tatu.
Nne.
Nne.
Tano.
Tano.
Sita.
Sita.
Saba.
Saba.
Nane.
Nane.
Tisa.
Tisa.
Kumi.
Kumi.
And now, let's continue from 11.
Baby,
Kumi na moja.
what this mean?
Kumi na moja.
Look, read this right here
Kumi na mbili.
in the chat.
Kumi na mbili.
Yeah.
Kumi na tatu. Kumi na tatu.
Go work on more
Kumi na
Bamba.
nne.
How is Bamba?
Kumi na
No,
nne.
what it is.
Kumi na
Work
tano.
on Bamba.
Kumi na
Oh, just
tano. Kumi na sita.
Kumina Sita.
Kumi na saba.
Kumina Saba.
Kumi na saba.
Kumina
Kumi na
Saba.
nane.
Kumina Nane.
Kumi na nane.
Nane.
Kumi na tisa.
Kumana Tisa.
Kumi na tisa. Okay, now repeat after me. I'll say the numbers and give you time to repeat each
Learn
one.
Swahili, man. If you just got in the chat. Kumi Moja. Kumina Billy.
Kumi na tatu.
Kumini na Tatu.
Kumi na nne.
Kumini na Nine.
Kumi na tano.
Kumini na Tano.
Kumi na sita.
Kumini na Sita.
Kumi na saba.
Kumini na Saba.
Kumi na nane.
Kumi na Nane.
Kumi na tisa.
Kumi na Tisa.
These numbers might seem long and a
You
little
laughing at me?
difficult, but the idea is actually very simple. Just take Kumi
He hungry
and add
again.
any one of the
You know he
numbers
ate 2
between
bottles
0 and 10
last night,
that you
and he
want
just
to
ate
finish.
a half a bottle when he woke
Let's take
up.
a look at 11.
Hey,
Kumi na moja. Kumi is 10. Join
Fat
with
boy.
moja. 1 using 9. Together we have Kumi na moja.
Kumi na moja.
You can do the same with other numbers. Now, you realize the advantage of mastering the past numbers you learned in the previous lesson? Moving on. 20 and other multiples of 10 take different names. Let's go through them. Ishirini,
Ishirini.
Ishirini,
Ishirini.
Thelathini,
Tenatini.
Thelathini,
Delatini.
Arobaini,
Arobaini.
Arobaini,
Arobaini.
Hamsini,
Amsini.
Hamsini,
Amsini.
Sitini,
Sitini.
Sitini, Sabini,
Sabini.
Sabini, Themanini,
Temanini.
Themanini, Tisini,
Tisini.
Tisini, and lastly, Mia moja,
Mia moja.
Mia moja.
Mia moja.
All these numbers take a ni at the
Mia
end,
moja.
except for Mia, meaning 100. This is an
Mia.
easy way to remember this number.
Moja. Mia moja.
The last thing to learn in this lesson is how to form compound numbers above 20. This is also super easy. Take the tens and simply add the numbers you learned in the first lesson. Let's try it out. How would you say 38 in Swahili? Let's take it step by step. 30 is Thelathini.
Tenatini.
And then add 8, Nane. In between Thelathini
Telatini
and Nane is a
Nani.
conjunction, meaning
Oh. Tanatini na nini.
Thelathini na Nane.
Oh, Tanatini na nani.
Let's try another one, like 72. First, take 70, Sabini.
Sabini.
And then add 2, Billy.
Billy.
To get Sabini na Billy.
Sabini na Bili.
Now, it's time for Medina's insights. When you want to count beyond 100, you can use the same basic logic as with the numbers above 10. Just add the word moja, 100, in front of the tens. For example, 167 is mia moja sitini na saba. Mia moja.
You just got in the chat. I'm learning Swahili.
The next time you have
Me and my wife gonna be talking, ain't nobody gonna know what we talking about.
And see how far.
Be right back.
Would you like to go on a shopping trip in Kenya?
You know how the Chinese
In the next
people
lesson,
be in the nail salon? You don't know what they be
In
saying?
the last lesson,
'Cause they
we
bilingual.
learned how to count in Swahili. Can you remember the numbers from moja to mia moja? I hope
Moja
so,
mia
because
moja.
This time, you will put them into use. We will be practicing how to go shopping in Kenya. Before we start, you need to know how to say, how much is this?
How much is this?
Hii ni pesa ngapi?
E ni pisi na nagapi.
Pesa ngapi?
E ni pisi nagapi.
Let's go.
Babe.
Imagine you're in a shop in Kenya.
Huh?
You find something you want to buy, and you want to ask
Eh.
how much it costs.
E
Start
He.
by saying,
He
Samahani.
ni
Do you remember what
pesa
it means?
nagapi. It's like saying pesa.
Excuse me. Samahani.
Like-
Hii ni pesa ngapi?
But I'm saying like it's like saying pesa like money, like in pesa.
Hii ni pesa ngapi?
Sama
The clerk
sama.
will tell you,
Huh?
ni shilingi, it costs. Or more simply, they'll say the amount directly. For example, 25. What
Nishi
number is 25?
initially
Can you work it out?
it costs
It's 25. So this phrase means it costs 25 shillings. Let's look at some more examples. Say you see a bag that you want to buy. A bag in Swahili is begi.
Becky.
So how would you ask how much it costs? Samahani.
Samahani begi ha
Ngapi?
he ni pisi
Or a pair
gapi.
of shoes. This makes it slightly different.
The boy gonna be
You
cold.
have to use the plural form. A shoe
Oh, my
would
bad.
be kiatu, but the plural for shoes is viatu.
Vetu.
So you would ask the following question.
Baby, you got plenty of
Samahani,
vetu and begi.
viatu hivi ni pesa ngapi? This simply
Samahani
means, how much are the
vatatu
shoes?
vatatu
Now,
have
it's time for Medina's
pisi
insight.
magapi.
Credit and debit cards are not normally used in Kenya, but you can double check by asking the following question. Naweza lipa kwa kadi ya credit?
Naweza lelepe kwale kadadi ya credits.
Naweza lipa kwa kadi ya credit?
Nawazi lelipa
Do you
kwawe
feel confident about counting shillings?
kinda le
If you
credit.
don't,
Right back, no
don't
credit.
worry. We'll learn all about it next time. I'll be waiting for you in the next Kiswahili kwa dakika 3 lesson. Tuonane.
I need to learn conversations.
Most patients worry about cavities.
And truth sensitivity.
Now they can protect against both.
Expand your vocabulary with our Core 2000 Words ebook. It's free and packed. To talk about your job like a native speaker. Start by practicing in the comments below. Tell me about your job. Lastly, don't forget to click the link in the description.
What is this? I'm trying to get to the point.
Kila kitu kisawa.
Ofisi ina baridi.
Ofisi ina baridi.
Now imagine the office is noisy. Do you remember how to say noisy?
Ofisi kilili.
Kelele.
Kelele.
Say, the office is noisy.
Kelele. Ofisi ina kelele.
Ofisi ina kelele.
Ofisi ina kelele.
Now, answer the question saying the office is noisy.
Kila kitu kisawa.
Ofisi ina kelele.
Ofisi ina kelele.
Ofisi ina kelele.
Now imagine the office is dirty. Do you remember how to say dirty?
Uchafu.
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 Say, the office is dirty.
Ofisi ina uchafu.
Ofisi ina uchafu.
Now answer the question saying the office is dirty.
Kila kitu kisawa.
Ifasi ina uchafu.
Ofisi
The boy gonna be
ina
cold.
uchafu.
Give me a couple months.
In this lesson, you learned new vocabulary and phrases you can use in your everyday life to make complaints. You are now able to share your concerns like a native speaker.
This white lady
Start by
knows
practicing in
Swahili.
the comments below.
I have no
Things like
excuses not to know
meaning
Swahili.
Lastly, don't forget to click the link in the description and download your PDF cheat sheets. You'll get useful phrases you need for
Free
everyday life for
education.
free.
YouTube University.
See you in the next lesson.
Free education. YouTube University. I'm telling you. You can't go wrong with YouTube.
Hi everyone, I'm Alicia. Welcome to Conversational Phrases. We've found that the best way to learn a language is to speak it from day one. And the best way to start speaking is to learn phrases that you'll use in real conversations. In this lesson, you'll learn conversational phrases to ask and answer the question, how do you say this? After watching this video, you'll be able to ask someone how a word is pronounced. And if you want to learn more vocabulary, phrases, and example sentences you can use in real-life situations, click the link in the description to download your How to Say Something PDF cheat sheet for free. Now, let's take a look at some conversational phrases.
Listen to the dialogue.
Je, unasema aje hivi?
Je, unasemaje
Mahali
hivi?
pa kuegesha gari.
Once more with the English translation.
Je,
Je.
unasema aje hivi?
Unasemaje
How do you
hivi?
say this?
Ni pahali pa kuegesha gari.
It's parking lot. First of all, you'll need to learn how to say, how do you say this? That's
Je, unasema aje hivi?
Je, unasemaje hivi?
Je,
Je,
unasema
unasemaje hivi?
Je,
Je.
unasema aje hivi?
Unasemaje hivi?
now, how do you answer this question? The pattern is
Ni
Ni,
word. It's word. For example, it's parking lot.
ni pahali pa kuegesha gari. Ni pahali pa kuegesha gari.
Here are a few useful words you can use with the same pattern. Parking lot.
Pahali pa kuegesha gari.
pahali pa gesha gari.
Pahali pa kuegesha gari.
Pahali pa kugesha gari.
Giraffe. Twiga.
Twiga,
Twiga.
twiga.
Travel.
Usafiri.
Usafiri,
Usafiri.
usafiri.
Invasion.
Uvamizi.
Uvamizi,
Uvamizi.
uvamizi.
Let's look at some examples. Listen and repeat or speak along with the native speakers.
Je, unasema aje hivi?
Je, unasemaje hivi? Na twiga. Je,
unasema aje hivi?
Je, unasemaje
Ni
hivi?
Usafiri.
In usafiri. Je.
unasema aje hivi?
Je, unasemaje hivi?
Ni uvamizi.
Ni umavizi.
Okay, now it's your turn. Do you remember how to say, how do you say this?
Je, unaaje hizi? Je, unasemaje hivi?
Je, unasema aje hivi?
Imagine it's the word giraffe. Do you remember how to say giraffe?
Twiga,
Twiga. Twiga.
twiga.
Say, it's giraffe.
Twiga, na twiga. Nick twiga.
Ni twiga.
Nick twiga.
Now answer the question saying, it's giraffe.
Je, unasema aje hivi?
Ne twiga. Ne twiga. Ne
Ni
twiga.
twiga.
Ne twiga.
Now imagine the word is travel. Do you remember how to say travel?
Usafiri.
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 Say, it's travel.
Ne usafiri. Ne usafiri. Ne usafiri.
Ni usafiri.
Ni usafiri.
Now, answer the question saying it's travel.
Je.
unasema aje hivi?
Je, ne usafiri. Ne usafiri.
Ni usafiri.
Ni usafiri.
Now imagine the word is invasion. Do you remember how to say invasion?
Uvamizi.
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 Say, it's invasion.
Ne uzamizi. Ne uzamizi. Ne uzamizi.
Ni uvamizi.
Jesus loves
Now
you too.
answer the question saying it's invasion.
Ne uvamizi.
Je, unasema aje hivi?
Je, una vazi
Ni
hizi.
uvamizi.
Ne uvamizi. Ni
In this
uvamizi.
lesson, you learned new vocabulary and phrases you can use in your everyday life to ask someone how something is said. You are now able to ask how to say something like a native speaker. Start by practicing in the comments below. Tell us, which word do you think is the hardest to pronounce?
Learn Swahili.
Lastly, don't forget to click the link in the description and download your PDF cheat sheets. You'll get useful phrases you need for everyday life for free. See you in the next lesson. Bye. Hi everyone, I'm Alicia. Welcome to Conversational Phrases. We've found that the best way to learn a language is to speak it from day one. And the best way to start speaking is to learn phrases that you'll use in real conversations. In this lesson, we'll learn conversational phrases to answer the question, what's your favorite number? After watching this video, you'll be able to say many numbers and ask someone their favorite number. And if you want to learn more vocabulary, phrases, and example sentences you can use in real-life situations, click the link in the description.
Learn Swahili.
to download your Talking About Numbers.
You gotta learn your language, man. The world's getting smaller every day. You might as well learn you something that you like. I like Swahili. I'm finna learn Swahili.
Listen to the dialogue.
Ni namba gani unayopendelea? Ni saba.
Once more with the English translation.
Ni namba gani unayopendelea?
What's your favorite number?
Ni saba.
Ni saba.
It's 7. First of all, you'll need to learn how to say, what's your favorite number? That's
Ni namba gani unayopendelea?
Nina namba gani una ope
Ni
pinelea.
namba gani
Ni namba gani
unayopendelea?
uno ani
Ni
unayo
namba gani unayopendelea?
unano pinelea.
Now, how do you answer this question?
Swahili's hard, bro.
The pattern is
Ni.
number.
Ni.
It's number.
Ni.
For example,
Ni.
it's 7.
7.
Ni saba.
Ni saba.
Ni saba.
Ni saba.
Here are a few more numbers you can use the same pattern. 7,
Saba.
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 Saba. Billy.
Mbili.
Billy.
Mbili.
Billy.
4,
Nine.
Nne.
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 9,
Tisa.
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 Let's look at some examples. Listen and repeat or speak along with the native speakers.
Ni namba gani unayopendelea?
Nina namba gane uno nano pinadelea
Ni namba
ni
gani unayopendelea?
ni nana nama gani you know no pinilea ni
namba
tisa
gani unayopendelea?
nina nami gani unoyo pinela ni tasi ni tasi ni tasi ni tasi ni tasi
Okay, now it's your turn.
ni tasa
Do you remember
ni
how to say,
tasa
what's your favorite number?
ni tasa ni naba gani unogeo pindelea
Ni namba gani unayopendelea?
ni namba gani nino yani pelea
Do you remember how to say 2,
ni mbili ni bili
Mbili.
bile
Mbili.
bile bili
say it's 2.
ne bile ne bile ne bile ne bile ne bile ne bile
Now answer
No,
the question
Billy.
saying it's
ne
2.
bile
Ni namba gani unayopendelea?
ni bile ni bile ni bile
Ni mbili.
nu bile
Now imagine
Bili.
it's 4. Do you remember how to say 4?
Na. Nne. Nne. Nne.
Say, it's 4.
Not nne. Na ne nune. Ne nune. Ne nune.
Now, answer the question by saying, it's 4.
Ne nune.
Ni namba gani unayopendelea?
Ne nune. Ne nune. Ne nune. Ne nune. Ne nune. Ne
Now,
nune.
imagine it's 9. Do you remember how to say 9?
Ne tesa. Tesa.
Tisa.
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 Say, it's 9.
Ne tisa. Ne tisa. Ne tisa.
Ni tisa.
Ni tisa.
Now, answer the question saying, it's 9.
Ni namba gani unayopendelea?
Leia. Netase. 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 Netase.
Ni tisa.
Ni tisa. Ni
In this
tisa.
lesson, you learned number-related phrases you can use in your everyday life to talk about numbers. You are now able to count like a native speaker.
Ne
Start by practicing
bili.
the comments below.
Ne
Tell us your
tisa.
favorite number.
Na. Ni. Na.
Lastly, don't
Nune.
forget to click the link in
Na.
the description and
Nune.
download your PDF
Na.
cheat sheets.
Nune.
With useful
Na.
phrases you need for everyday
Nune.
life for free.
Na nune.
See you in the
Na
next lesson. Bye.
nune. Na nune. Na tisa. Na bili. Babe. 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 It sound good.
Listen to the dialogue.
Unapenda aina gani ya sinema?
Unapenda anani ganani ya sinema.
Once more with the English translation.
Unapenda
unapenda
aina gani ya sinema?
anena ganani ya sinema.
Napenda sinema za hofu.
Napenda ni sinema sa
I
gofu.
like horror movies. First of all, you'll need to learn how to say, what kind of movies do you like? That's
Unapenda
Unapenda
aina gani ya sinema?
Ane ganani ya sinema.
Unapenda
Unapenda
aina
gani
ya
ya
sinema?
sinema.
Unapenda
Unapenda
aina
ani gani ya sinema.
Now, how do you answer this question? The
Nap-
pattern is
Napenda.
Napenda.
type of movie. I like type of movie.
Napenda.
For example, I like horror movies.
Napenda sinema sa hofu.
Sinema za hofu.
Napenda sinema sa hofu.
Sinema za hofu.
Napenda sinema za hofu. Napenda sinema hofu. Napenda
Here are
sinema
a few more kinds
hofu.
of movies you can use
Napenda
the same
sinema
pattern to
za
talk about
hofu.
movies.
Napenda sinema
Horror movies.
hofu.
Sinema za hofu.
Napenda sinema za hofu.
Sinema za hofu.
Napenda sinema za hofu. Sinema
Comedy
za
movies.
Sinema za kuchekesha.
Sinema za
Sinema za
kuchekesha.
kuchekesha.
Sinema za kuchekesha.
Fantasy movies.
Sinema za fantasia.
fantasia.
Sinema za fantasia.
Sinema za fantasia.
Sinema za fantasia.
Romance movies.
Sinema za mapenzi.
Sinema za mapenzi.
Sinema za mapenzi. Sinema za mapenzi. Sinema za mapenzi. Sinema za mapenzi.
Let's look at some examples. Listen and repeat or speak along with the native speakers.
Unapenda
aina gani ya sinema?
ana ganani ya
Napenda
sinema.
sinema za kuchekesha.
Na napenda sinema sama napenda sinema sama kunakesha.
Unapenda
Unapenda
aina gani ya sinema?
ena gani ya
Napenda sinema za
sinema.
fantasia.
Na napenda sinema za fantasia.
Unapenda aina gani ya sinema?
Unapenda aina gani ya sinema?
mapenzi.
Napenda sinema za penzi.
Okay, now it's your turn. Do you remember how to say, what kind of movies do you like?
I can't remember. Unapenda aina gani ya sinema?
Ya sinema.
Unapenda aina gani ya sinema? Sinema za
Sinema za kuchekesha.
sinema za kuchekesha.
Sinema za kuchekesha.
Sinema za kuchekesha.
Say, I like comedies.
Sinema napenda sinema za kuchekesha.
Napenda sinema za kuchekesha.
Napenda sinema za kesha.
Now, answer the question saying that you like comedies.
Unapenda aina gani ya sinema?
Napenda sinema za unokesha.
Napenda sinema za kuchekesha.
Napenda sinema za
Now, that
kukesha.
means you like fantasy movies. Do you remember how to say fantasy?
Sinema za fantasia.
Sinema za fantasia. Sinema za
Say,
fantasia.
I like fantasy movies.
Napenda sinema za
Napenda
fantasia.
sinema za fantasia.
Napenda sinema za Venezia.
Unapenda aina gani ya sinema?
Napenda sinema za Venezia.
Napenda sinema za fantasia.
Dang, that's hard. Alright, y'all. I did about 40 minutes of learning Swahili. It's tough. It's not easy, but I've been practicing every day for the last 3 days, so I'm committed to learning Swahili so me and my wife can talk in code and can't nobody know. But this has been another live with you. That's my bad. I lost some cool points. This has been another live with me and T T.V.